Hello, everyone. And today I wanted to talk to you all about tools of intuition. So, what is intuition? All of us hear about this word. Well, a scientific explanation of intuition would be it's a gut feeling. And we can read so many things about intuition online. So many psychology websites are talking about intuition. So, intuition is something which is also recognized by the scientific society, by the psychologists, as a very valuable resource. So, intuition is something which helps you in creating something which is born out of instinctive information which we carry from our unconscious mind, where we don't have any biases, where we make the right decisions at the right time for the right thing. And uh, it can be a very powerful tool. And when I talk about the spiritual perspective of intuition in spiritual communities or in Eastern society, Eastern Vedic philosophy, Eastern spiritual societies have been explained as something as which is the voice of God, something which talks about various signs that we receive from God, understanding those signs, getting the messages that we get from a higher power, and utilizing it to to take the next step to improve our life, whether it is a spiritual growth or anything else. So intuition is very important. A lot of people talk about it. As per a Vedic text, intuition is a sound of Paramatma, that is a divine sitting in our heart, and it is called as intuition. So no one can deny intuition. You might not understand it, but it's not denied anywhere, either in scientific communities or in spiritual communities. And I feel that as an therapy practitioner, intuition is a very, very important tool. It's a very, very important aspect of spirituality, very, very important aspect of growing as a person, because it is something that connects you with, well, in a spiritual sense, with God, and if you talk in a scientific sense, then with your unconscious mind. So, uh, intuition is something which should be tapped into, and all of us should think about it. Imagine if by tapping that extra layer of our unconscious, extra layer of reaching that level can improve our and can give us so much good growth. Then imagine if you really improve your skills at intuition, at understanding intuition, what it can do for your personal and professional life. So uh, today's world is a data driven world. We have data everywhere. There's an overload of information and data, and in such scenarios, I think intuition is going to play a very big role in coming years down the line, because everyone is reliant on data, statistics that are available online, and the world is becoming more and more chaotic with all that data everywhere. Everyone has all kind of knowledge available on internet, but which knowledge is to be used in which manner at what time is something that cannot be taught by any machine or anyone else who influences you, but it is an understanding of your own internal intuition. So I think it's a very important tool which should be tapped into. With one, we should understand intuition is in everyone. You need to understand how to tap into it. So I'm a spiritual believer. So for me, the Vedic text, whatever they talk about intuition and revelations that occur to me are very, very important. But if you are someone who is not a believer, that's okay. You can give it a try as a scientific thought process, because uh, any as art therapy practitioner, what I can talk about is that uh, what I've noticed is that there is a unison of three things: spirituality, intuition, and art. When these three things combine, they give a beautiful, they give birth to beautiful things. The creativity is enhanced, the healing of the mind, of the psychology of a person, the overall improvement in the persona is reflected. So when science today and psychology in the recent few decades has understood the importance of creativity, has understood the importance of art therapy in healing people from their emotional and psychological wounds. So, as a spiritual believer, I think that art is something, which is in between these two worlds. Art can be very scientific, art can be very logical, but art can also be very intuitive and very divine at the same time. So it is something which can connect us with, uh, something much higher than us. So, in spiritual terms, uh, what is art? Art is a language of God. Well, God is thought to be the biggest creator who has created this beautiful painting of mountains, valleys, rivers around us. And uh, in scientific terms, if you are someone who does not believe in God, in scientific terms, what is art? Well, in scientific terms, art is uh, creating something using your conscious mind, creating some aesthetics. So being influenced by environment, getting inspired, creating something beautiful. So if art has a definition both in spiritual and scientific world, so I believe that it is something which can link both these things. So and spiritual world is all about art and beauty, because it is said that the spiritual world there is no language and art has no language. Art can connect hearts beyond borders, art can connect diverse cultures. Art is something which can speak on its own. It does not need um, any particular set of rules. So as an art therapy practitioner, I think we must believe and be open to new experiences, in exploring new horizons for ourselves. um, all of us have intuition, all of us that have that creativity, that understanding of that unconscious in our mind, and we need to learn to harness that intuition and use it as a guide to for our own growth and progress. So there are various tools by which intuition can be learned and understood and developed. Well, the highest form is when it's like the yogis who are so intuitive that in their trance or in their samadhi, they get the information, continuous download of information in their heart through the blessing of the divine. So the intuition is like channeled messages, which you can receive from various mechanisms. Art is one of the tools which can be used in understanding intuition. And just try to understand, if when you look at art from a spiritual perspective, it's like a sign that God is giving you. And from a creative or a logical perspective, you can understand the psychology of the artist who has created that art, that what is going behind the mind of that artist. So there are so many tools by which intuition can be understood. I'll discuss all those tools slowly as I get time. But today I wanted to specifically talk about tarot cards. Yes, tarot cards. Tarot cards, well, if you feel that you don't believe in this tarot card mysticism thing, it's okay. I would just invite you, like a good scientific student, to have an experience of it. Give it a try. If it doesn't work for you, it's fine. It's well and okay. At least give it a year. Try meditating and channeling with tarot cards every day and see what results do you get. Yeah. So tarot cards are channeled arts, usually by psychic, mystics, oracles, where they create beautiful art on cards with certain messages written on them, and they really are a reflection of uh, that creator or that artist's mind, that what are they thinking, what's going on behind their unconscious. And I believe it is a channeled message, something that they have been gifted with by the divine. So just for to initiate talking about the tools of intuition, I thought why not do a channeled tarot message today, which I might do sometimes, uh, and put some content related to it as I get time. But as an art therapist, I really believe tarot cards have power to heal. Not just even if you are not a spiritual believer, try it as a scientific tool to understand your unconscious mind, and just give it a try. So let me take three cards out today from three different decks and see what kind of message I channel through these beautiful art forms today, and give it some days. If you know, just let me know if you think that something resonated with you, some pattern that you saw in my channel messages, which came upon in your own life, then please do let me know. And so let's take a deep breath and with uh, a deep prayer in the heart for all the teachers and this Supreme Divine. Uh, we pray to give us the highest knowledge, truth, and intelligence to understand the beautiful science given by God. So let's see what kind of message I can channel for you from this particular deck. Okay, so this card just spoke to me and said it wanted to come out. So this is a card by the name Growth. Okay, I hope you can see the card. So it has a beautiful art form where you can see there's a lot of there is greenery. There are plants growing under from the ground. There are various types of plants, and you can see a structure behind a door and a painting hanging there. It's like as if these plants are growing somewhere in a house, and the entire color is green. Well, green is the color of heart chakra, and it's for me, I think it is signifying that there is going to be an opening of a heart, balancing of heart chakra, and it signifies garden, greenery, nature, somewhere near to someone's house, and the door is closed, so probably the person is inside the house, hibernating in the cave, meditating, trying to balance their heart chakra, and probably the door will open slowly as growth comes. Okay, so let's go ahead with the next set of cards. Taking a deep breath. Beautiful. So the next card that I got is for the zodiac sign Capricorn. Well, the card says the energy around you is serious, materialistic, and hardworking. It bestows shrewdness and cautious ambition. So this is about working hard, uh, probably some kind of work just going to make you work hard, take you through these rough tall mountains, but you are a go-getter. You will go and get it done, and it's a beautiful landscape. And so this card speaks so much with a written message over it. Just try to meditate on it. Probably maybe it will reflect somewhere in your life, and please do let me know. And now moving to the third card message. Taking deep breath. Wow. So this is the card of balance. Uh, so such a beautiful art, and just look at this angel, and look at the things around him. There's a halo. They have two wings. He has a sword, a wand, a cup, and a pentacle. So everything, you know, uh, money, hard work, love, emotions, spirituality, everything needs balance in your life. So this card is calling towards that balance. Without physical, the emotional is of no value, and without emotional, the physical is of no value. And once when you are balanced in an emotional and physical manner, uh, the life is as a spiritual believer, I feel that without spirituality, the higher sense of the value of life does not make any sense. So there are always three elements: the physical, the emotional, and the spiritual. So balancing all three of them, uh, probably this is the message that wants to come out. So when I take all these three parts together, it makes a beautiful story of growth, balance, and hard work. And looking at these images, probably you can reflect onto them and see how this can resonate with you in your current time. Probably you can notice some symbols or the art form over here, and something can resonate with you. So this is it from this intuitive tool of tarot today. Uh, so, as an art therapy practitioner, I would like to invite you to experiment with these tools of intuition, learn intuition, and learn to practice art therapy, to include art in your day to day life, because I think art, spirituality, and intuition together can help us heal and grow, as a person, as an individual, and as a society. So, thank you, and I'll see you soon.